we will use the definition of the Laplace transform to find the transformation of the function f of t given as a piecewise function. So we are given the definition, so that's where we start with. We'll copy that formula. So from a function of t will turn into a function of s. Now, since the function only takes the values of a minus t, that is when it's not equal to 0, it's only from 0 to 8. So we know that the function only not equal to 0 from 0 to 8. And in particular, the values is a minus t, e negative st dt. We only take the non-zero values for the function, and in that case only from 0 to 8. This problem, just like most of the problem where we find the Laplace transform using definition, it is integration by parts. So integration by parts, let's just write u dv will be uv minus integration of v du. That is integration by parts. So in this case, what we'll let u and dv are something easy to take derivative will be u, and something we can integrate is going to be v. So in that case, what we will let here is u is equal to a minus t. So when we take derivative, let's just write that over here. U is equal to a minus t. Du is equal to negative dt. And then dv will be e to the negative st dt. Integrate, we have v. Integral of e to negative st will be e to the negative st divided by negative s. So we have v. And then we put in the formula uv minus v du. We worry about the limit later. And we just say it's going to be uv, u is a minus t, v is e negative st over negative s minus the integral. I'll worry about the limit later. V du e negative st negative s, that is v du is negative dt. When we integrate that, we'll evaluate the limit from 0 to 8. So we have a minus t. Let's put the negative in front. Negative a minus t e negative st over s. The integral, by the way, there will be 3 negative sign, and then we take the s at the denominator outside, so we'll have negative 1 over s, and then e to the negative st dt. That goes from 0 to 8. Right? And now we'll multiply the negative in front. So we'll just have negative 8 plus t e to the negative st over s. The integral here will be e to the negative st over negative s. Negative s times with 1 over s on the outside. We have 1 over s squared. And on the top, e to the negative st over s squared. Evaluate from 0 to 8. And now we're just going to put a in for t and 0 in for, 8 and 0 for t. Right. First we put 8 in for t. And then we're going to put 0 in for t. Right. Put 0 in for t, and then put 8 in for t first, and then 0 in for t, and subtract them. A lot to simplify here. First, negative 8 plus 8, that is 0, so the whole thing here goes to 0. E to the 0 power is equal to 1, and that both of them will go to 1. And put all of this together, we should have e to the negative as over s squared in front. That's the first one, and then a minus a negative 8, so that's a positive 8. E to 0 power is 1, and then go over s. And then minus 1 over s squared. If we want to, we can put everything under s squared. Common denominator. And we have this, and this function only defined if s not equal to 0. If s equal to 0, divide by 0 is undefined. So for this problem, s cannot be equal to 0. That's what we have.